Hey guys, Peter here from the Hidden Online Living YouTube channel, and here in this video I'm going to share with you 5 reasons as to why you may not be making money online with Facebook. So make sure to keep watching the whole way through till the end of the video, and I'm going to show you some of my thought processes and give you some valuable insights as to why these reasons may be causing you to have issues with trying to build your online business, especially if you're using Facebook as your platform to try and promote and increase engagement and so forth. So if you're new to the channel and you find content like this to be helpful, make sure to leave a like on the video, also subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to be updated whenever I release future content, and also feel free to share the video. Also, if you are looking for an honest and simple way to get started on your own online journey and you want to figure out the steps in which to do so, make sure to check out the link below in the description to find out more. So we'll just jump into it. So the first reason why you may not be making money with Facebook is that you're spending too much time believing in the vanity metrics and you're believing in numbers. So when you're actually trying to do advertisements on Facebook, or you're creating engaging posts and you're trying to get people drawn into your promotions or just your content in general to try and build up a following, you spend so much time getting involved and becoming obsessed with the metrics, the numbers of the amount of views and engagements that your posts are actually getting. And a lot of the times this will actually cause you to not actually progress further with actually building your business. You'll forget about creating like relevant content and engaging content because you're so focused on the numbers that you don't allow yourself to see the bigger picture of what it is that you're trying to achieve with your business. And by focusing on the numbers, it actually holds you back, because yes, for every post that you put up, you are going to get different variations on the level of engagement and even the amount of people that your content is put out to. But if you focus on those metrics, it really is only going to hold you back. Because obviously when you're coming into any sort of online platform or social media, your number one goal is to try and increase engagement so that hopefully that you can build up a following, or maybe even provide information or to drive traffic to offers or sales, or even to try and build up an email list. And you want to know the amount of numbers. You're hoping that people is actually going to engage what it is that you have to offer. And sometimes we look at a post and we see that it's reached only like so many people but it's gotten no engagements, and it does leave you feeling deflated, and you do become obsessed with it to a point that it actually holds you back. You'll either stop posting, or what will happen is you'll constantly keep trying to post hoping that someone will actually try and get more involved, and it can actually put people off. So you don't want to focus on the vanity metrics. Yes, you want to create engaging content, but you also want to be aware of that when you've got your content ready to go and post it out there, just post it and move on to the next thing. By all means, you can come back and check in it from time to time, but don't become obsessed with it, because if you do, it's only going to hold you back from moving on to the next part of your plan or your journey or wherever it is that you're going with your online business. So the second reason as to why you may not be making money online with Facebook is that you're being too aggressive in your methods in terms of how you're engaging with people, and say you're creating posts. You could be trying to create multiple amount of posts per day, and you'd be trying to put out so many posts, you'd be even engaging with groups, and you're trying to message people all the time looking for like engagement or trying to promote things, and that can actually put a lot of people off. And you could also end up, what a lot of beginners do and they get caught out in this, is they actually join in groups and then they try to be too aggressive with their posting and their mannerisms and how they're trying to promote things or trying to increase engagement and so forth, and it just gets you in trouble, and it actually can get you thrown out of the group or even get your Facebook account suspended or banned. And as an example of this, Facebook generally, like say for example this post, if you post the same particular post a total of more than twice on Facebook in a given day, Facebook will consider that as spam, and they will actually block that post from being posted out further to any other groups on the platform, and you will get a notification to let you know that this is considered as spam, and that they're definitely going to give you a slap on the wrist. But if you consistently do it, they are going to take action and they will suspend your account. So the third reason why you may not be making money with Facebook is that you're not posting relevant and useful content. So this kind of goes back to the previous two. two sections as well. You are so focused on the numbers and you're trying to be too aggressive with your tactics and trying to get people hooked and engaged. You lose sight of the fact of the content that you should be creating in order to build that engagement, and you end up creating like spammy and cheap type of content that's not really going to draw people in, and all it is going to throw people off, and it's not going to really allow them to really engage with you on any sort of level. So what actually happens is you just put out post after post every day, and all you're doing is you're not creating consistent and relevant posts, and you're not creating your posts relevant to your niches or your particular area of interest. So as this here, like for me on my pages, this is a page that I've created to like a Teespring store that I actually have done a previous video on this here where I show you how to monetize your store. I'll leave a link in the description so that you can check it out. But whenever I do put posts up in this here, I actually really put posts up just to kind of try and increase engagement, but also to let people just be aware of my brand. And if there is someone out there that actually does like it, then the chances are they may actually get it. But I don't put posts up every day. I only generally put posts up on it as and when I actually maybe create a new design, or I find maybe like if I want to maybe do a promotion or something like that. But I generally don't try to I don't make it low quality, and I try not to be too spammy or try to be aggressive with it at all. If people like it and the right people see it, they will engage with it naturally. You don't want to push that. So a lot of people come in and they get involved in groups to create pages, and then all they do is just be aggressive, and then they just go crazy with it, and then the content then isn't relevant then to what it is that they're actually trying to promote. Whereas with the likes of what I have here, this content is relevant because it's based off of my Teespring store. So as you can see here, this is actually my Teespring store that I actually have live currently at the minute with designs that I've created, and you can see that it is actually relevant. The ads that I would put up, or the posts that I would put up on my Facebook page, are actually relevant to the content that I actually have on my Teespring store. So it is relatable, and people, if they do see it, they will like it, and the chances are they will engage with it if they do like it. But they won't engage with content that's not consistent. So you do need to be able to find and have a balance between what it is, what's good and what's not so good. So that's something to be aware of as well. So the fourth reason why you may not be making money online with Facebook is spamming, and this kind of ties back into the previous steps as well, because like I said, what actually happens is a lot of people come online onto Facebook, and because as everybody knows, Facebook is one of the biggest platforms online social media wise, and it is one of the best places to get eyes on your content and so forth. But a lot of people have this misconception that they can go in and literally just start posting links everywhere and literally just go in, oh, buy my product, and not really give much idea of what the product is about, and literally just go in and even use like shady tactics, or kind of just, you know, they're not using the right type of tactics to warm people up, and all they're doing is just spamming and spamming and spamming. And so many beginners actually caught out with this because they're taught the wrong methods. They're taught to actually use spammy methods, and unfortunately the beginners actually don't understand why they get in trouble. I'll even share a story with you from what happened to me, and this happened to me a few years ago when I first started out in line. Like, I was exactly where a lot of you people are, right, that are trying to start out in line. I was in the exact same position. I ended up buying like a course, trying to figure out how to do all this online stuff, and again, of course, it was low quality. I didn't know the difference between what was good and what was not so good. You just assume when you're a beginner that the methods that they're showing you can work. So the methods that they were using were actually getting you to message people. You would be joining groups, and then you'd be adding friends and then messaging people the whole time, and literally it's the same as cold calling. But at the time when I was doing it, I didn't realise what I was really doing. But at the same time, even I realised, like, you know what, this doesn't seem right. This shouldn't be how you should actually present things to people. And I kind of knew myself. So but what actually happened was I had actually taken it too far, and I had been messaging people. But then what happened was Facebook got wind of it, and they actually suspended my account for 10 days. So I could log into my account, but I couldn't post anything for 10 days. And I got a warning to say that if I was to do that again, that they would terminate my account. So I realised then, like there and then, no, this is wrong, because and it all goes back to being taught the wrong way. I realised at that point that the training I had been given, that I had learned at that point, was totally 100% wrong, because they know that you're going to get your account banned, but they don't care. They just want to get you in to get the money off you for the course. Then you go and do the training, assuming that it's right, and you go in and use those methods, and what happens is you get your account suspended, or if not worse. And there's so many people that have lost their businesses because they've been taught the wrong way online, because they don't know any better. So you really do need to be aware aware, especially with social media, because they really are strict on any, not just for Facebook, on Twitter, on Pinterest, Tumblr, any type of social media platform. They do not like spamming. If you're caught at all spamming and just putting up affiliate links or just putting up any sort of content, they are going to clamp down on you big time. And it's just something to really be aware of, because people do come in, they literally will join groups, and then all of a sudden they will put up a post, buy my product in this link, it's really good, and that's it. And they don't give any reasons as to why it's good or what it is. Nobody really knows what it is. People just assume that they're just going to click on the link and that everybody's going to buy. That does not work, and it is considered a spamming. And groups will actually kick you out, and like I said, Facebook will clamp down on you. So you really do not need to be aware of not to be spamming content or spamming links. It's like everything else you do online. Social media is no different. It's like if you're creating a YouTube channel and you're creating a blog, you need to build up trust, you need to provide value, you need to provide solutions to problems, you need to be able to help people, engage with people, communicate with people and help them. If you're spamming, you're not helping. You're actually putting people off, you're annoying people, and you're actually only attracting unwanted attention to yourself, and you will get in trouble. So don't spam, because it will hurt you in the long run. It really will. So the fifth and final reason as to why you're not making money online with Facebook is that you're not providing value. And this ties in pretty much with all the other steps, especially the fourth step. Because if you're constantly spamming, you're looking at the vanity metrics, you're not being consistent with your content, all these things all add up, and it just leads that you're not providing anything of any value to anybody. So you're coming on to the platform, you're not actually providing any value, so nobody's going to engage with you, nobody's going to like you, nobody's going to trust you if you're not providing any value. If you're not communicating people and actually genuinely going out of your way to help them and to engage with people and to try and guide people and just provide, like I said, provide value, as much value as you can. Because if you're constantly doing all these wrong things like looking at vanity metrics and just being inconsistent and spamming and just creating low quality content, you're not providing any sort of value to anybody at all. And it's not only going to hurt you, but it's going to hurt your business. You're going to get your account banned, and then you're going to have to start from scratch, and it's going to be very hard for you to do so. So you need to provide value, you need to provide trust, you need to build up a following, and as I said, you need to communicate with your followers on a regular basis. You need to let them know of who you are, you need to let them know of your brand, and you need to let them know that they can trust you. You cannot do that if you're spamming and just being inconsistent all the time. So once you're aware of all these key steps and you don't allow yourself to make these mistakes, because we've all been there, I've been there, I'm sure you've been there at some point. A lot of people are currently still going through this, where they're making all these mistakes and it's getting them in trouble, and they're wondering why things aren't going the way they wanted to go. Is because they're being taught wrong, they're not being educated to do things the right way, and this leads to so many problems, and it does lead to people quitting. It leads to people's lives being turned upside down, losing all their life savings, losing their money, and it can drive people over the edge, all because they've been taught the wrong way. So what needs to happen is people need to be taught the right way, because if they're taught the right way, they won't make these mistakes. They'll be able to provide all the solutions to problems, they'll be able to help people and increase engagement. And the only way you can do that is if you're taught the right way and shown and guided on the right path. So if you do want to figure out how to do that properly, I'll leave a link down in the description to a free 12-step plan that actually shows you how to build a business from scratch online, that actually teaches you the actual correct steps, step by step, on how to use all these methods, but do it in the right way, so that you can really increase engagement, build a following, provide value, and really build your brand and actually build your business without having to worry about getting destroyed with all these useless methods that so many people are taught online. This course will provide you with the help that you need to get started. So I highly recommend that you check it out. Again, I'll leave the link in the description, so go and look at it, because if you're really serious about wanting to build an online business, then you need the steps to be taught the right way, and this course will show you how to do that. So I hope you found the content here in this video to be helpful. If you have, please be sure to leave a like on the video, also subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to be updated whenever I release future content, and also feel free to share the video. And again, like I said, make sure to check out the link in the description for that free 12-step training that will guide you on the process to actually creating a legitimate business online that'll avoid all the unnecessary fluff. So again, I will see you all in the next one.